Okay. There we go. We start recording. Jaker, how are you?
Okay.
Good, brother. All right, guys. You know what? Let's get started. And whoever else, you guys didn't have to wait to get in, right? You guys just got straight in, correct?
Yeah, I got straight in.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, I took that permission off. I figured that way I don't have to keep checking my phone. So I'll mute. I mean, you know what? Let me mute everybody, and then we can unmute if you need to talk to me. The problem, guys, is you can probably see me, but I can't fit on my phone. I can't fit everybody in the screen. So unless I scroll, which will take me time. So if you need to talk to me, just unmute and talk to me. All right. Okay, let's get started. We're already recording, so let's get started. Okay, so stand up straight. Stand up kind of comfortable. And take a deep breath in, right? And on the exhale, guys, you can come on this side. Yes, come on this side. On the exhale, I want you to move, right? So on the inhale, you're standing still, and on the exhale, you're moving. It doesn't matter where, left, right, I don't care, but just move on the exhale. And you don't have to move as long as you can. It can be a few steps. On the inhale, you stay still. On the exhale, you're taking a move, okay? And it's important because we spend most of our day moving by how we think. We never really think about the breathing. We're always thinking and moving. Try now to breathe only on the exhale and stay still on the inhale. So it's almost like the exhale moved you somewhere. The inhale kind of stopped you, and the exhale moved you. Even the dog's doing it. It can be any kind of movement, guys. It can be on the ground. It can be whatever you want. You can express it as much as you like. But on the exhale, you move. On the in, you stay still. Very good, guys. Now, the opposite, exactly the opposite. You only move on the inhale, and on the exhale, you stay still. So move only on the inhale. Good, guys. Now you only move on the holding of your breath. So you hold your breath and you move. The moment you can't hold, you can stay still and breathe. So move and hold your breath, stay still and breathe. Everything's comfortable, guys. Everything is comfortable. That's the most important. Everything should be comfortable, not uncomfortable.
Manny,
Yep.
should we hold our breath
Yep.
on the inhale or on the exhale?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't
But
matter?
it's good. I usually do half. I usually do like in and then a half. Like I hold it like not full or empty, but somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Thanks.
just comfortable. That's the most important. It's just comfortable.
Okay.
Awesome, guys. Stop. Stay still now. And now you only move with your eyes closed. So you can stay still and keep your eyes open. But then when your eyes are closed, you're in motion. And the moment like you feel a little scared or worried, open your eyes and stop. So you only move with your eyes closed. Usually you start to worry or something when your eyes are closed, like something you don't know where you are, you might hit something. As soon as that happens, stop. It can be a roll, you can move on the ground, it can be anywhere you like. But you're moving, your eyes are closed. Awesome, guys. Come around now. Next one's a little tricky, but just bear with me for a bit, right? So stay nice and straight. And I start to turn my head. and I start to feel a pressure build up in my neck as I'm turning. So it's like my eyes are rotating around. And the moment I can't go any further, like I'm locked, then I take a step. It's like I'm looking with my eyes and then my body is turning. So you can start to walk, but you move because you can't go any further. So it's like my head starts to turn and I can't go any further, so I have to take a step. You turn your head like you're looking somewhere and you take a step. So maybe it's good if you think about looking around you and your body turns because you ran out of space in your neck or your spine. You didn't turn because you thought about it. No, guys, watch me. Just stay for a sec. Just watch me for a second. So give you an example. Here's Valley, right? So he's looking at me right now, right? So he just, with his eyes, he's going to be looking at me. And as I start to walk, he keeps looking and he didn't think about turning. He just ran out of room and his body has to turn to look at me, right? So you didn't turn because you said, I want to turn. You turned because you ran out of room in your spine, okay? Try it again. Look around you and turn your body because you ran out of room in your spine. So don't think about turning just because you ran out of room. Yeah, try to relax your spine. It's a really good stretch for the spine.
Manny, when you start releasing the spine, so when you turn your neck, there's this point where you need to release the spine, or release your body to move. Do you release it from the shoulders, from the hip? Does it matter? Because I feel like that makes a difference for me. No, just you release it eventually.
For me, it's just I'm focusing on my eyes, looking, and then I feel the tension build up, and I relieve it. Yeah, and I relieve the tension, but I don't think about turning. Okay, I don't think. Just I relieve the pressure. Awesome, guys. Very good. Now pick up your fist, okay? And you make like a punching motion, and that punch has to go to your step. So it's like I throw my arm. So like I'm casting a rod. I throw my arm and I make a step. I throw my arm and I make a step. I punch and I make a step. So it's the punch makes the step. Think of casting like a fishing line. The weight of the punch moves me. Don't think about stepping. You punched, you're out of balance, and you make a step. That's it. Guys, watch me one more time. Just watch me for a second. So, see, we see each other. We're far away. We see each other, me and Dolly, and I stick my hand out to shake his hand. And from the stick out, I take a step. I didn't think about stepping. I reached with my hand forward and I came, right? It's the same when you hug somebody. Your arms come up and you take a step forward, right? But for you, when you make a punch, it's not just a punch and then a step. It's like I cast my arm out and my foot comes. I cast my arm out and my foot comes. Okay? Try it again. Think of shaking somebody's hand and how the body goes forward. Awesome, guys. The exact same thing now with your legs. So it helps if you imagine like something like a low bench or something. So I lift my foot up, I step over, and my body comes. It's like it's not so much a kick, but like you want to step over something and then your body comes to the other side. So think of stepping over stuff, right? And if you look, actually, it's almost a pretty good kick. So if you have some furniture in the house, just step over it and watch how you have to go to the other side of that thing. So you put one leg over and then the other body comes over. Awesome, guys. Come around for a sec. Okay. Next one. Just follow along with me a little bit. So when I'm lying down on the ground, I'm here, right? Just open and I lift up my leg and I very, very slowly start to reach with my leg. I didn't think about turning to my side. My leg went, my hips, then my back, then my shoulder comes up, and my whole body comes over. And the same with my leg to go back, right? The important thing here is first goes, let me walk you through it with Valley, right? So this is where your mind needs to be. The first thing, you pick up your leg, right? So first thing Valley says is he feels the hip. Now the hip starts to go, he should feel his low back, then the shoulder, and then the middle of the back, and then that arm clears and down his chest. And then when he's on this side, he reaches with that ankle towards me, towards me, towards me, towards me. Keep going, keep going, keep going. So that's one way of thinking of it. The other way, he could pick up his leg and slowly want to touch me, right, with his foot. And the same on the way back. He wants to touch me with his foot, and he just follows me step by step by step by step. And his body moves because his foot was reaching. Okay? Try that, guys. Try that. See if that helps you. Okay? It's really good for your back and for your spine. Remember, reach, reach, reach all the time. So you didn't think about moving. You thought about reaching with your leg. Nice, Miro. Nice. Oleg, don't rush. Try to feel it. Guys, you have to feel your body peeling off the ground. Not coming off, but like a sticker you're removing. And then you can try the same thing with your hand now as well. So you're reaching with your hand, and from the stretching, your body rotates. So it can be arm, it can be leg. It's the same principles. You're reaching like you want to shake or grab something, and the body flips on its own. You didn't think about it. You focused on the reaching or the stretching. Awesome, guys. Lie down flat on your backs. Very slowly lift up your legs and put them as far back as you can. So they got to touch the floor behind you. Okay. And what I want you to focus on now is focus on just breathing through the top part of the lungs. So it's very shallow breathing. So when you're you've compressed the lungs now. Now there's two ways. You can either breathe from your neck, which is a little bit challenging, or you can focus on breathing through your kidneys, so through the low back. And it's a little bit more relaxing. And try your hardest to relax that part of your body towards your low back. If it gets too much, bring it back down and rest, but try to see if you can find comfort in this uncomfortable position, right? For me, when I focus on my low back, I have a better chance. If I focus on my neck or my chest, I feel a lot more claustrophobia. Hey, Yuri. Feel free to kick Oleg if you see him there. Remember, guys, relax yourself as much as you can. Don't stretch, get comfortable. Relax the knees, relax the hips, the shoulders, the arms, the face, the neck. Kind of scan your body and just relax the things that you don't need. Okay, guys, come around for a quick second. Come around. You have I want you to show you a real good example of this. So just come close and you can kind of see it, right? So you know, this is Brad. Super good. So I want you to watch because this is lie down. Just lie down. Yeah, I'll give you joy. So what I love about this drill is that it's exactly what we need. It's a really interesting drill and it has a lot of martial art application, especially for wrestling. It's very uncomfortable position and any little bit of tension will be magnified. So any problems in the neck or the shoulder or back or knees, you'll magnify it. But I want you to watch Brad because he's really comfortable in this. It looks like he can sit there for a while. So the first thing you do, you lift up your legs, okay? And you check here. So what I use, I do a scan of the body here. And of course, there's some muscular activation. But then he brings the legs back further. And just see, I'll try to get you as close as I can. And just see, when his knees are touching right here. The feet are touching here. The arms are touching. The back is completely open. And really, if you look at him, even his fingers are relaxed. Forearm is relaxed. So you go through like what I call a body scan. And of course, there'll be one spot a little bit tighter than others. It's not exactly, but when I look at Brad, there's like nothing in his calves. Like you see the calves are relaxed. The hips look really relaxed. The spine looks open. And the trick is you have to get something like this. Like even I can't do it this good. This is really good. but he's very comfortable in an uncomfortable position. That's the end goal of this. And when moment it's too much, just bring your legs back. Okay. Try it 2 more minutes, guys. See if you can get like this. Scan your body and relax as much tension from this position as you can. Go, try it. Let's go. Give it a try. 2 minutes. What's that?
2 minutes. Everybody call 911.
Yeah. If so, Valley is the first responder. So if anybody needs 911, he can help you if you have a problem after this. Yeah, 2 paramedics. We got a paramedic. Yeah. Cairo we don't have, but I know somebody. So 30 seconds, guys. Not too much longer. Awesome, guys. Good. Come around again. So very similar idea with the opposite way forward. Now, please don't think of this as a stretch. It's not an idea of a stretch. I'm reaching forward, and yes, it is a stretch, but it's more uncomfortable to stay like this, right? And I'm trying first and foremost to get comfortable. And by being comfortable, I stretch. I'm not trying to stretch. I see a lot of people pulling when they stretch. But what that is a tension. It's not a stretch. It becomes a stretch when you relax into it, right? Now, if you have a good friend, sometimes they can help you with this, right? So I'm here relaxing myself. But let's say Valerie wanted to help me. If he comes behind me, and just turns around and sits on my shoulders just lightly, okay? And again, so I thought it couldn't get bad. It just got worse for me. So this is for all of you guys that think it can't get worse going forward into January. So I feel super uncomfortable, right? I've got a hairy Persian guy on top of me. I'm stretching. And all of a sudden, I'm forced to kind of relax myself. And by trying to relax in this position, I'm actually stretching. And I'm just trying to get comfortable. So what I want you to do is, as you're reaching forward now, instead of focusing on pulling, focus on relaxing yourself. And you have to work your way through the body. Relax your feet, relax your ankles, relax your knees, relax your hips, your back. Scan your body and just try to fold over and even think of saying, how could I sleep in this position? How could I even rest in this position? Okay. Try it. 2 minutes. Let's go. Reach forward. Remember, don't pull, like fall forward, like relax yourself forward. Remember, guys, this is a very normal position for wrestling where you get kind of tangled up and you're bent up. Really try to say to yourself, when you get in this position, how am I going to relax? How am I going to find comfort here? Relax, guys, more breathing. Relax yourself. Don't force it. Just relax. Awesome, guys. Okay, lie down on your stomachs. Lie down on your stomachs. Okay. Kind of relax yourself. Just check, find your breathing. And now put your hands beside you in a push-up and come all the way to the top. Okay? And try to make the top of the push-up feel like just on the ground that you were. So stay there for like 30 seconds. When you lose the feeling of comfort, lie down on your stomach again, find comfort, and then come back to the top of the push-up. And you're always telling yourself, I want to feel how I am lying down in the push-up. So take on the mentality. You need to rest up there, not work up there, but rest up there. And the breathing, comfort, and all those things. Okay, guys, come for a sec. Come close. Just watch me for a second, okay? So depending on how much time, like you can train like a slow burn, or you can train each short but really intense. And both are fine. It depends. There's like slow struggles and quick struggles. For me, I like to use the half position. So if I'm on the ground in a push-up, kind of comfortable, when I come up, I go to like this half position. And I'm trying my hardest to be comfortable here as much as I can. Now, this doesn't mean I don't have to work hard. You can work hard and be comfortable. That's the key here, right? So as soon as it's not comfortable for me, that's when I bail on it, okay? So you can use the half position just because it activates the body a little bit more. But I'm here, I feel really comfortable. Then I come up to this half position and I try to get comfortable, and don't wiggle too much. Just kind of be comfortable and hold it. Now you might see yourself shaking, but as long as you're okay, you feel comfortable with the breathing. And when you don't feel comfortable, just go down on the ground. So use the half position and see if it doesn't help you find uncomfort quicker. Try 2 minutes, guys, just 2 minutes, half position. Push. Okay, guys, come close. Just for a second. Try to explain this if I can. Think of when I say the word when you're at home sleeping or on your couch, think of how you put the pillows and how you feel comfortable, right? Each one of you is going to be a little bit different, but just watch me. I'm in my push-up, right? The first thing I'm doing is saying to myself, okay, depending on your body, like for me, my shoulders can get tense very quickly. So I have to pay very close attention. Some people tension their jaw or different parts of their body. So when I place my hands on the ground, I see a lot of you. As soon as you touch the ground, there's already a lot of tension. For me, I keep my hands open. I relax my shoulders. And if my elbows are too tight to my body, I find that I get tense already. But if I let my elbows out a little bit, I feel good. So what I'm doing, that's going to explain, is my hands are not pushing like into me. So it's like my toes here are leaning forward. Not leaning up, because straight up causes me tension. So I'm trying to lean in this way and this way.
okay? I find it a little bit easier to hold it just a little bit. I would call it a tonus. When everything is leaning in and connected, I come up, and then I'm here. And when I relax, I didn't collapse, so to speak. If I go straight up with my hand and straight up with my leg, the moment I relax, I start to fall down. So it's like I'm leaning in a little bit. To me, but there I am. And the idea here is that I can rest when I relax. If I pull straight up, I feel my body starting to collapse in, okay? So that's me. I want you to try to find this same thing. Think of like what you got to do to get comfortable when you sleep, right? How the body is positioned for you to be comfortable. It's the same idea in the push-up, okay? 2 more minutes. Try to get comfortable up there. See if leaning in on a tiny bit more comfortable, okay? Try it. 2 minutes. What?
See the link in your triangulation.
He hasn't figured out.
I don't know.
Very good, guys. Good. Stand up. Very good. Stand up. So feet shoulder width apart. Last one, right? So just squat down about, I don't know, halfway, 2/3, whatever it is. And again, you're going to feel your legs working. Try as much as you can to be comfortable. Now, this of all of them is the easiest, just because there's not as much pressure on the chest. But try to hold this position. Again, don't do it as like some sort of toughness training. Strictly get comfortable in this position. Now, you can go all the way down, wherever you find it the most challenging. Like all the way down is not so challenging for people. Find the position in the squat that challenges you and stay there. Awesome, guys. Come close for a second. So this is just the beginning of work, right? A lot of the work that we all need to do is trying to get comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So for myself, how I would, let's say, want to help Valley, how he would want to help me, because we have nothing better to do. This is so difficult because there's nothing else to focus on but the uncomfortable that I have in my legs. But this is where a training tool like a whip becomes invaluable, because I can only pay attention to the thing that gives me the most uncomfort. So this stinks until my friend starts to whip me. And then all of a sudden you're like, I totally forget about my squat. And you see it all the time. Or that's one. Or let's say he starts to break my finger, right? He starts to give me some pain. All of a sudden, this uncomfort trumped this one. So it's like all of us, guys. We have a problem in life until we have a bigger problem. And then we forgot about that problem. So the trick sometimes when you're helping each other is to, utilize like a whip or some sort of punches or finger breaking or hair pulling or something. And all of a sudden that suffering disappeared completely. Okay. So it's an interesting way of training. When we're in training with each other, we need to figure out how to give more problems. And then this way, we study how to relax deeper into that work. So I'm here, all of a sudden I'm getting whipped. All of a sudden 1 hour passes by. I didn't even think about my legs because I'm so focused on the whip, because it trumps this pain. Okay. It really does trump this pain. So this is an interesting way of training, of seeing exercises or breathing or anything as something to get comfortable with, not to avoid. That's the big difference, right? For those of you guys that have never looked at it in different ways, think about, how do I get good at public speaking? How do I get good at public? That terrifies people. People talk about martial arts or fighting. The more practical is when people have to give speeches or when they have to do public speaking. That makes them so nervous. So how do you get over that? You do it and get comfortable. You don't write better, so you just get more comfortable. That's the trick here. Okay, that's the big trick here. When you get comfortable, you have a chance of understanding it. For those of you that know, like people that get serious illnesses, right? They'll avoid this. But the moment they accept that illness and they get comfortable, they can beat it. So this is a big deal in comfort. Most people study how to avoid it, and that becomes their problem. So go straight into those things that bother you, if they make you uncomfortable, and then learn to get comfortable, not develop a technique or avoid it, but try to get as comfortable as you can. This is a big part of your personal training in Systema. Okay, guys? How did you like everything, guys? Was it okay? Did you enjoy it? Hold on, let me unmute everybody.
Yeah.
Let me unmute everybody here. Hold on. Unmute everybody. There we go. How was it, everybody? Benoit, how did you like it?
Yeah, it was good and good training.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
Remember,
it was a long time I didn't train with you. It was good.
It's hard, guys. Like we all have a lot of stress right now. Like we all have a lot of issues and problems, and we're hugely uncomfortable. But I don't find too many people showing how to get comfortable in these situations, right? Like we have to accept everything that's going on in life and all that stuff in one way, right? So instead of avoiding it, try your hardest to go directly into it. If you guys remember 3 years ago, I posted a video of me wearing a mask, that Elevate mask, right? This was, so guys, suffocating or being short of breath is a nightmare. That's not a joke. So I used to put this mask on that would simulate high altitude training. It would restrict my breathing, only allow me to get half the air I normally get in, Benoit, half. So because of that, it caused me, and it challenged my breathing. And guess what? My breathing got better, right? So there's a real trick here. If you can find things that you're not comfortable with and go to them, you're going to grow. That is really the trick. Okay. Steve, how was it? Patrick?
Excellent. Enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Challenging. Yeah.
Good. Jaker, how'd you find it?
Great. Yeah.
Don't forget it, guys. Listen, for Benoit, if you know, I hate the cold. I can't stand the cold. Cold water. You see, I'm so creative with avoiding it. I'm so creative. But then I always go to it. Trust me, I'll eventually go to it. But you have to know the things that you avoid. You have to laugh about it, then figure out a way of going to it. Okay. I will see you guys next week. I'll be back in Toronto then. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you Monday. Take
Bye,
care,
Manny.
guys. Bye,
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Manny.
Enjoy
Bye,
your
you
time.
guys. I will. I
Bye.
will. Thanks, guys. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.